Hello students, welcome to Sarvajna scholarship admission test. In this video, we will be discussing set B question paper video solutions. Okay, so set B questions of physics questions ನಾನು ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೇನೆ. ಅದೇ ರೀತಿ ಕೆಮಿಸ್ಟ್ರಿ, ಬಯಾಲಜಿ, ಮ್ಯಾಥಮೆಟಿಕ್ಸ್ ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ನಮ್ಮ ಕಾಲೇಜ್ ಟೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಡಿಸ್ಕಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. You can watch the entire video series to get the complete solution of the question paper. If you go through this video, it will really help you in science and mathematics examination. Even ಬರೆಯೋಕೆ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೀರಾ. Okay, and concepts also ಬಹಳ quickly brush up ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so let's look at set B question paper. Physics. So question number 1, the order of resistivity of diamond is, okay, so diamond is a insulator. Okay, so insulator ಇದ್ರೆ resistivity ಏನಿರುತ್ತೆ ಬಹಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಬಹಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದಿದೆಪ್ಪ, ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗಿಂತ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಇದೆ 10 power 13. So ಏನು ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೂ by there is an order of resistivity table given in your textbook. So even if you don't by heart that, very easily you will be able to answer this. Diamond ಅಂದ್ರೆ insulator ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, diamond ಎಲ್ಲರ ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೋತಾರೆ, ಕೊಳ್ಳಲ್ಲಿ ಹಾಕೊಂತಾರೆ. If it was conducting current, they would not wear it on themselves. Okay, so resistivity ಏನಿರಬೇಕು, ಬಹಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇರಬೇಕು. If it is ಬಹಳ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದು ಇದೆ? ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಡಿ. Even if you want to guess, if you guess this, okay. Let's look at next one. What they say, the magnetic field produced by a straight current carrying wire, if the strength of the current is halved and the distance from the point is doubled, it becomes, okay. So this is a question which is also asked in set A. Okay, so if you want to look at the solution for this, a very detailed solution is given in set A. Okay, a set A video nodri, a set A allinu bahalastu questions idave. Okay, look at that question as well, look at that video as well. Okay, so very quickly looking at this, what happens is magnetic field, it is actually directly proportional to the current, and magnetic field is inversely proportional to the distance from the wire. That is, if this is the wire which is carrying the current, ಈ ವೈರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅಂಡ್ ಈ ವೈರ್ ಇಂದ ದೂರ ಹೋದಂಗೆಲ್ಲ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮ್ಯಾಗ್ನೆಟಿಕ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ಕಡಿಮೆ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ನಾ ಇಫ್ ಐ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಐ ಟು I/2 and also R to 2R, what does this become? B dash will become what? Proportional to I/2 divided by 2R, which implies B dash is proportional to I/4R. So I/4R andre enu? B dash is actually becoming what? Is becoming 1/4 of B. B dash is becoming 1/4 of B. So the option will be option. Okay, current kadime madidare, distance ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಸೊ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, 1/4 ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. Okay, next one, overloading in domestic wiring occurs due to, okay, domestic wiring ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಮನೆಯಲ್ಲ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ವೈರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಓವರ್ಲೋಡಿಂಗ್ ಯಾವಾಗ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಆ ವೈರ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದು ಕರೆಂಟ್ ರೇಟಿಂಗ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಇಫ್ ಮೋರ್ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋಸ್ ಥ್ರೂ ದಟ್, ವಾಟ್ ಹ್ಯಾಪನ್ಸ್ ಇಸ್ ದಟ್ ವೈರ್ ವಿಲ್ ಮೆಲ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಕರೆಂಟ್ ಫ್ಲೋ ಆಗೋದ್ರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಆ ವೈರ್ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಮೆಲ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಸೊ ದಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಇಸ್ ಆಪ್ಷನ್ ಎ. ವಾಟ್ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸೇಯಿಂಗ್, large current, this is correct. Option B, what they are saying is multiple appliances are connected to a single socket. Okay, what happens in option B? If you connect multiple devices or appliances on a single socket, what happens, that single socket will try to draw more current. Why will it try to draw more current? Because you have connected multiple devices. If you connect multiple devices or appliances to a single socket, that socket will try to draw a large amount of current, and this large amount of current is what leads to overloading. So both option A and option B are correct. Low voltage drop, no. The correct option is option D. Option D is both A and B. Now next one, energy produced by converting 1 kg mass of nuclear fuel into energy completely. 1 kg of mass ನಾವು ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನ ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? In this we use a very famous equation by Einstein that is called as a mass energy equation. E is equal to mc square. So if you use E is equal to mc square, you will be able to ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್ 1 kg ಮಾಸ್ನ ನಾವು ಎನರ್ಜಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಎಷ್ಟು ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಸೊ ಗಿವನ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಸ್ ಈಕ್ವಲ್ ಟು ಹೌ ಮಚ್? 1 kg. C is what? C is velocity of light. Velocity of light is 3 into 10 power 8 meters per second. If you use both of them, energy is coming out to be mass is 1 kg multiplied by energy C square. C square is 3 into 10 power 8 whole square. Okay, so this will be 3 square into 10 power 8 into 2. 3 square is 9. This will become 9 into 10 power 8 to is 16 joules. Then linear magnification produced by a concave mirror may be. Concave mirror ಅಲ್ಲಿ linear magnification. Okay, ಏನೇನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Let's say this is your focal length, this is your center, okay, and this is somewhere infinity. Okay, so infinity ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇಟ್ಟಾಗ it will form here. Okay, if you keep an object at infinity, the image is formed between, the image is formed in between okay, and what is the size? The size is diminished. Okay, so dura iddaga size is diminished. Now if you keep it at the center, what happens is the image formed is also at the center and the size is also same. Okay, so dura ittaga enagutte, image size sannadu barutte, center alli ittaga ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ? The image size same ಬರುತ್ತೆ, and then if you keep it beyond f, what happens is the image becomes very large. Okay, so what is happening to magnification? If it is far, the image is diminished, which means the magnification is less than 1. If it is placed at the center, v by u both are same, so the magnification becomes equal to 1. If you keep it inside f, the image size is large, the object size is small, so what happens to v by u? The v by u will become more than 1. So concave mirror in the ಏನು possible? Concave mirror in the ಎಲ್ಲ possible, less than 1 possible, more than 1 possible, and equal to 1 is also possible. Okay, so magnification formula ಇದೆ ನಮಗೆ v by u or image size divided by object size. Image size of the image divided by size of the object. Okay, so using that you will be able to clearly tell less than 1, more than 1, equal to 1. All three are possible. For extra information, remember less than 1 yavagirutte, more than 1 yavagirutte, and equal to 1 yavagirutte. Equal to 1 yavagirutte when it is placed at the center. Okay, now I will tell you a very short trick to remember object L itre image L barutte. Okay, so this trick is very nice. Please try and remember this. Let's say this is your concave mirror, okay, and this is your principal axis, okay, and this is your focus, this is your center, okay, and let's say this is your infinity. Okay, so what you do is you start numbering 1, 2, 3, 4, then start numbering from right to left. So 1, 2, sorry this is your focal length, this is your center, and somewhere here let's say it is infinity. Okay, now from infinity you start numbering. This will be 1, and beyond C this will be 2, at C this will be 3, between C and F this will be 4, and F and at F this will be 5. What I am writing 1 2 3 4 5, this 1 2 3 4 5 is what, this is where object is placed. This is where object is placed. Okay, from left to right, at the top I will number 1 2 3 4 5. What does 1 represent? 1 represents infinity alli there. What does 2 represent? 2 represents beyond C. What does 3 represent? 3 represents at C object na ittidivi. 4 is what? Between C and F. What is 5? 5 is at F. Okay, now reverse numbering from here. 1 2 3 4 5. Now this 1 2 3 4 5, what I have written at the bottom, this represents what? This represents where image is formed. Okay, now how do you understand this? Mirror dromedary, principal axis dromedary, 1 2 3 4 5 at the top and 1 2 3 4 5 at the bottom in the reverse order. So if you place the object at infinity, where will the image be formed? The image will be formed at F. Yes or no? Now if I place the object at C, that is if I place the object at 3, the image will be at 3. What is 3? The image is at C. Okay, so like this you can try and understand. If the object is placed at 1, the image will be at 1. The object is placed at 2, the image will be at 2. The object is placed at 3, the image will be at 3. If the object is placed at 4, the image will be at 4. If the object is placed at 5, the image will be at 5. That is, if the object is placed at focus, the image is formed at infinity. Okay, so remember this trick, it will really help you. Okay, now next one, what they are saying, for a metallic conductor, current versus voltage is drawn two different temperatures, T1 and T2 from the graph. Okay, ಯಾವ temperature ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಇದೆ, ಯಾವ temperature ಕಡಿಮೆ ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಕೇಳ್ತಾರೆ. Okay, so they have given voltage versus current, ಎರಡು ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, now from this graph what you can infer is, what does V by I give us? V by I gives us resistance. V by I gives us what? V by I gives us resistance. Okay, ಒಂದು ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ಕಂಡಕ್ಟರ್ಗೆ ಎರಡು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ V versus I ಗ್ರಾಫ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. Okay, now at temperature T1, what can you do at temperature T1? At temperature T1, let's calculate what is the value of V by I. V by I, let me call it as R1. R1. Okay, and at temperature T2, V by I, let's say that is equal to R2. What does R2 represent? R1 represents its resistance at temperature T1 and R2 represents its resistance at temperature T2. So what does R1 represent? R1 represents resistance at T1 temperature. What does R2 represent? R2 represents resistance at T2 temperature. Which one is more? Which one is more? Which one is more? As you can clearly see, R1 is more than R2. It is resistance at temperature T1 is more as compared to resistance at temperature T2. Now you know that resistance is actually directly proportional to temperature. One metallic conductor alli temperature increase adre enagutte andre adar resistance also increases. Its resistance also increases. Why does it happen? Because there is a lot of collision. There is a lot of collision when the electron is traveling from one point to another point. So therefore what happens is the resistance also increases. So since R1 is more than R2, what you can say, you can also say that the temperature T1 is more than the temperature T2. You can say that the temperature T1 is more than temperature T2. So therefore option B will be correct. Okay. ಏನು ಮಾಡಿದ್ವಿ, ಗ್ರಾಫಿಂದ ನಾವು ಎರಡೂ ಟೆಂಪರೇಚರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ರೆಸಿಸ್ಟೆನ್ಸ್, from that we wrote what should be the order of resistance. Order of resistance is R1 should be more than R2. From there we inferred that temperature T1 will be more than temperature T2. Okay, why? Because the resistance is directly proportional to temperature. This is a direct question. The value of one atomic mass unit, 1U, will be 1.66 into 10 power minus 27 kg. Okay, this is 1 by 12th the mass of 1 C12 carbon atom. Yenadu 1 atomic mass unit andre, 1 atomic mass unit is nothing but 1 by 12 multiplied by mass of 1. Mass of 1 ಯಾವುದು C12 carbon atom. Okay, ಒಂದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ಆಟಮ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದರ ಮಾಸ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಮಾಸ್ ನಾವು 12 ಇಂದ ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ ಏನು ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, that value is called as what? That value is called as 1 atomic mass unit. ಅದರಲ್ಲೂ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬೇಕು ಯಾವ್ದು ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳೋದಲ್ಲ, we have to take C12 carbon, this C12 isotope ಕಾರ್ಬನ್ ತಗೊಂಡು ಆ ಆಟಮ್ನ ಮಾಸ್ ಮೆಜರ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಮಾಸ್ ಇಂದ ನಾವು 12 ಡಿವೈಡ್ ಮಾಡಿದರೆ we will get the value of 1 atomic mass unit. Okay, then if the potential difference between the ends of a fixed resistor is doubled, then the electrical power will become, okay, we have seen power is equal to V square by R. Resistance na same itbittu V double madidre ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, P dash will become what? 2V whole square divided by R, andre this becomes what? 4V square by R. So P dash will be equal to 4 times P. So it will become what? It will become 4 times. Voltage achieve ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, power consumption also will increase. Now eye defect, myopia, is corrected by using, what is myopia? Myopia ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ದೂರಿಂದ ಕಾಣಿಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾಕೆ ಕಾಣಿಸಂಗಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಇಲ್ಲೇನು ಲೆನ್ಸ್ ಇರುತ್ತಲ್ಲ ನಮ್ಮದು ಕಣ್ಣಿಂದು, ರೈಟ್? ಸೊ ದಿಸ್ ವಿಲ್ ಬಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜಿಂಗ್ ದ ಲೈಟ್ ಈವನ್ ಬಿಫೋರ್ ಅವರ್ ರೆಟಿನಾ. ಲೈಟ್ ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲಿ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಕನ್ವರ್ಜ್ ಆದರೆ ನಮ್ಗೆ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಂತೇಳಿ ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ. But if it is converging here, what happens is this object will not be clear, it will be very, very blur. So what we should do is, it should not converge here, it should come and converge here. If it has to come and converge here, what we have to use is, we have to use a diverging lens. We have to use a diverging lens. So diverging lens yavadide illi, diverging lens yavadide, diverging lens is a concave lens. Why we have to use diverging lens is because if you use a diverging lens, what happens, light will diverge like this, and once this divergent light, once again when it is converged, it will fall correctly on our receptors. When it falls correctly on our receptors, what happens is ಈ ಬ್ಲರ್ ಇರೋ ಇಮೇಜ್ ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಏನಾಗಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಕ್ಲಿಯರ್ ಆಗಿ ಕಾಣಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, now next question, the right hand thumb rule is used. Right hand thumb rule is used to do what? Let's say this is a current carrying wire. Current carrying wire ಅಲ್ಲಿ right hand thumb na ನಾವು direction of current ಅಂತ ತೋರಿಸಿದ್ರೆ, these 4 fingers which curl like this, these 4 fingers give us what? These 4 fingers give us the direction of magnetic field around this current carrying wire. Magnetic field direction, magnetic field direction, magnetic field direction, force alla, induced current alla. So that is option D. So option D tells us the direction of the magnetic field around a current carrying straight conductor. Yes, this is a current carrying straight conductor. Direction of thumb shows the direction of the current, and this finger show the direction of magnetic field. Okay.